What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com. Welcome back to another one of our videos. Well, we've been focusing on the Kentucky Derby for what seems like forever, probably 6 months, 5 months by now. Let's focus on the Preakness and let's have an early look here at the Preakness, kind of an early preview / let's look at the probables. Let's see who might run in the race and who might not. So, all right, we'll get to it. So I broke it into two things. There is a right now, and listen, you're watching this video the Monday after the Kentucky Derby. So we still have 12 days of the Preakness. So things could change. I always say in horse racing, things change all the time. But let's get to it. Let's go. I broke it down into two runners, possible runners. The horses coming from the Derby and then the new shooter. So the horses coming from the Derby, there are four that are under consideration: Journalism, Sandman, Sovereignty, American Promise. Now let's talk about all four of them right now. I threw American Promise in there because it is Dwayne Lucas. Do I really think he's going to run there? Am I confident of that? No, not really. But it is Lucas. We know out of the people that are left out there that'll wheel back in 2 weeks, Lucas is one of them. So I put him in there. We'll see. They said he exited the race well for the Kentucky Derby. I wouldn't be shocked if he's in there. He's not really listed under the official probables as of right now, but like I say, it's Lucas. I won't count him out until we know for sure he's not going to be there. Let's talk about Sandman, the other horse off on the also Rans there in the Kentucky Derby. They basically Mark Cassidy said, look, I with Sandman, we're pretty much like, hey, he's probably going to go to the Belmont. Like the Belmont's probably where we're looking here. But maybe, crazier things have happened. We'll go to the Preakness. So again, not really like a glowing report that he's going to the Preakness, but that's kind of what Mark Cassidy said. All right, let's keep going to the two that I think are serious. We'll go with the second place finisher of the Kentucky Derby, Journalism. I thought the comments were kind of positive towards maybe they're going to run there. Michael McCarthy said we definitely are going to look at it. I think they kind of feel like, hey, let's get a dry track. Let's give me a rematch or whatever. I think we can beat Sovereignty, or at least, hey, let's see what he's made of. Let's try to get that Preakness. We know he's doing really well, and if he is doing well out of the race, maybe we're going to try it. So I think there's a chance for sure. I almost feel Journalism has a better chance of running than on the next horse we're going to talk about, which will cause all kinds of drama. Sovereignty. The comments from the Bill Mott camp, and well, really Bill Mott himself, I don't really think they want to do it. I think they are saying the right things in terms of we're going to look at it. You obviously think about it. That's the natural progression, that next race, everything like that. And it's all true, but they've said a lot of comments like, hey, our horses, we don't plan them for a 5-race career. We know this is a quick turnaround. We never do this. So stuff like that is very interesting to me. Again, on the surface, they don't really sound like they're gung-ho to do it. Will they be pressured into it? Will they just decide, hey, I think he can do it? I don't know. I mean, he's definitely, I would call him like 50-50 at this point. And I really think, again, based on the comments from Michael McCarthy, maybe it's like 60-40 that he's going to be there. I don't know. He seemed a little bit more upbeat about the idea of it. Where Bill Mott kind of, he didn't say no, obviously, and he said we're going to let the horse tell us what, famous, line. But with Bill Mott, it's true usually. They're gonna just kind of see what the horse is doing, how he's doing, and go from there. So that's a video from another day if he doesn't go, and the kind of the drama that's going to cause. Good, but yeah, as of right now, they're on the fence. But those are the four. If anybody else runs, that would be a major change based on what I'm hearing right now. So, and really, I think out of this list, 2 out of 4, if we get 2 out of 4 for that list, I think it'd be pretty, I think it'd be a pretty good thing. I don't think we're getting all 4 of them. That's for sure. All right, let's go to the new shooters now. The horses that will definitely be there unless, injuries or something happens. River Thames. This is a horse that was 3rd in the Bluegrass last time out. Of course, 2nd in the Fountain of Youth as well to Sovereignty. This horse had enough points to go to the Kentucky Derby, but they opted for the easier race here. Not even the easier race, which is true for sure, but the race that fits him a little bit better as well. So River Thames is on the probable list here as one of the new shooters. Rodriguez, a horse that drew into the Kentucky Derby, was the 4-post and then scratched out of the race with a little foot issue. He's pointing here, and look, I think we kind of know his running style has been very dangerous at Pimlico, so he obviously is a very interesting prospect. That's going to be fresh coming off of that win in the Wood Memorial. Clever again for Steve Asmussen. He is developing very nicely. We hadn't seen him in a while. He came back. He looked very good at Oaklawn, and then ran again at Oaklawn and won the Hot Spring Stakes in an impressive fashion. So Clever again. Keep an eye on him. Definitely a new shooter with a big chance. Obviously, big step up in class. This horse has not been in a stakes race of this caliber. Obviously, it would be the first graded stakes try for him. No Derby points for him as well, because he got going late. But interesting horse. You better keep an eye out on this one. Heart of Honor ran second in the UAE Derby. Had a chance to run in the Kentucky Derby. They opted to go to the Preakness instead. So he will be here in this spot. I don't know how serious we take him, but as of right now, he's going to be here. Gosker, I thought ran okay to win the Lexington Stakes. Grade 3 event last time out. He's aiming for the race. Going to have to improve, but he's an improving horse, so he might be able to do that. Caldera, no surprise there. Of course, my racehorse and D. Wayne Lucas teamed up to win this race last year with Seize the Gray. Caldera, second in the Bathhouse Row. Listen, I think Caldera is his own worst enemy. I think he's got talent. I just think he's kind of a head case. He kind of just runs when he wants to. If you watch that Bathhouse Row, he's spinning his wheels for, 3/4 of the stretch, basically. It's kind of like, does he know he needs to start running? And then it's kind of like a horse came up next to him, instant replay it was, and he kind of got going, and he really closed well. So, yeah, I think the talent's there. So we'll see if Lucas can pull off another shocker. And then Pay Billy, the winner of the Tessio Stakes there at Laurel, gets an automatic entry. Pay Billy, going to be, a horse that is, going to be a long shot, but he looks like he is going to the race as well. All right. So that is the 11 probables right now. I think we'll get 9 or 10. I think that's kind of where this thing will land. I do not think Sandman is going to run. And I think with Lucas, it'll be American Promise or Caldera. So I think 9 seems to make sense. Also, we might get a late kind of entry into the race as well that we're unsure of. And listen, just kind of to recap, the big story and the story everybody is going to follow is Sovereignty and will he run? And, at this point, I think it's 50-50. We'll find out, next week. But that's going to be the big story coming into the week. Will Sovereignty run? So we'll just kind of keep a track of that and keep an eye on that. And I think not equally as important, but the second most important decision, let's say, is journalism, because obviously, look, they were close, right? It was a close race, a very good race. You would absolutely love to see the rematch. Maybe it's a dry track this time. Maybe that can make a difference. But again, it doesn't really matter those handicapping factors yet. We're talking about, hey, let's get them in the race. Let's get Sovereignty versus Journalism, the rematch. That sounds great to me. I think that would play very well to the public. But we'll see. We'll see who actually enters. Like I said, I think these new shooters are pretty solid. I think they're all going to be there. And this is where the question mark comes, those Derby runners. So we'll keep you updated, and we'll have you a full preview out next week for sure. We'll keep you updated as we go, as the news breaks. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Hit the like button if you like it, and subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerting time we do videos like this. And most importantly, stay tuned to the channel for more news on the Preakness.